Hey there everyone, it's MisterStubstep, and today is a grand day because we're doing my first Silver Tempest Booster Box opening. This is a crisp booster box, but surprisingly it was the worst out of the 3 that I had in my collection. So I plan on opening up 2 of these and then keeping 1 sealed, and in this video I'll be opening up the first half of my first booster box, Argent Adventure and Dazzling Discovery, and I learned Argent means like silver or silvery, so that's kind of cool. It makes sense with the Alolan Vulpix and all that silvery goodness. But before I get into that, I do have some quick pickups to show off. I'll be very quick, but I have chapters down below if you want to skip to the end, if you want to skip around or whatever, wait for the second video so you can see all the pulls. But I'll start out with some Supreme Victor singles. Start with that Lunatone by my favorite artist, Kimura. Beautiful artwork for Lunatone. We have the B-Barrel in the reverse holo. Ooh, oh wow. That is really good condition, surprisingly. Usually these have a ton of scratches. Even that one's really good, that Ninjask. Relicanth, see, this one's all scratched up. That is what I'm expecting. There is a shiny Relicanth in this set. Got the Chatot. There's the Chatot G and the regular Chatot within this set. And the Champion's Room. So future, that's what we used to think the future looked like. And the future looks like what it is right now. Also, I'll talk about it more in the opening, but I did go to Target. Got some sleeves. Ayo. These are really good, like, cheaper penny sleeves. They're a little bit bigger. You can fit more cards in them nicely. And they're really good for just me shipping cards off. And I caved and got another Crown Zenith Elite Trainer Box. I couldn't find these anywhere, and I found them, so I got one. I love opening Crown Zenith. The next thing to come out at the time of filming this is the 3 tins with the Galarian Birds, but I wanted to get one more opening in because once a month, I don't know, I crave it too much. So look forward to this in the future. But I'll talk more about the Target experience during the opening, so I'm not wasting too much time. But let's get into this box. If I haven't shown it already, I'll show down below what I paid, and let's open this up. Not gonna lie, that wrapping put up quite the fight. I will be doing the left half like I always do, and I'm super excited to get in this set. I think I talked about it before, but I mean, with the Superior Gold, I've gotten both Curlies from this set, so of course the more Curlies the better. But overall, I guess just chasing that Alt-Art Lugia like everybody else. But let me know what you think of this set. Let me know what your favorite pack artwork is out of these. I think I said last time it was either the Regidrago or the Lugia, because I've been playing so much of the Regidrago deck, which is still very exciting, and I love playing it. And I think I've added just enough tech to it to where it can not counter, but handle. So I'm going to keep 2 codes each part. It can pretty much handle whatever people throw at me. I mean, the most I get is Mew and Lugia, but I get some other stuff thrown in there. I would love the Florida, the Ferrosode Girl. That one's actually not bad. I think that was one of my changes. The Quad Stone. You have to use 4 Quad Stones at once. If you use 1 card, heal 10 damage from your active. If you use 4 cards, heal all damage from each of your Pokemon. Whoa, that's crazy. Hopefully you don't have any prized or anything like that. I do need to save one of these. Oh, I didn't even notice Spin does like dodging stuff because it's always dizzy and always moving. Oh, we got the reverse hall of my favorite artist and the Noivern, which has that Radiant Hunt attack. I used to have in my Regidrago deck because it could just randomly kill a Radiant, but there's other better cards to have. Like Garchomp will snipe for 220. I mean, you have to discard your energy, but it's really good for cleaning up the end of the game. Unless the Radiant is like really annoying, that just isn't super necessary. All right, the rest of the codes shall go to y'all. But please let me know how you guys have been. Very much looking forward to opening up this booster box. So much potential. There's a trainer gallery. There's a meditating Stonejourner. There's just so much to be held within this booster box. Actually, a lot of competitive cards within this set as well, which is nice. And it is letter F, so it'll be around for a while. Oh, starting out strong with the Trainer Gallery Jinx. I feel like people either love or hate this artwork. I personally enjoy it. The Selfish Lips. If this Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon V, your opponent can't take any prize cards for it. So if you don't have any single prizers or non-rule box attackers, you're going to be having some issues if they keep getting a Jinx up there, and if you don't have anything to gust or they're only playing Jinxes. I've seen some decks win like that, but I think most people have adjusted their decks accordingly so they don't get trapped like that. There's a lot of control and milling decks out there that make for very interesting gameplay. I watch quite a bit of TCG gameplay online, specifically Tricky Jim and Little Dark Fury. I actually like Little Dark Fury because he posts very frequently, so if I need more videos to watch, like while I'm doing work or chores or whatever, I can, and if I don't. Tricky Jim stuff is very high quality, but because PC TGO is kind of going out the window, they've just been focusing on more high quality videos released less frequently, which is fine too. I'm subscribed to a lot of channels like that. Slurpuff. Wow. That reminds me of like people vaping vaping or whatever, smoking, and they get them like thick clouds or dank clouds. What if they had like a term for the clouds or whatever? Oh, Arcanine. Definitely have that Arcanine already. But yeah, let me know how you guys have been. As of filming this video, the Attack on Titan first part of the finale came out yesterday. I'm not going to talk any spoilers, but my goodness, I was just blown away. The intro of that, the way that they depict what's currently going on in the world, and then the way it ended was the biggest tease ever. It is so intense. It gets you rearing to go, and then I haven't seen an official date. I thought it was going to come out in April, but apparently everyone's been saying like fall of this year, and then of course the jokes are, yeah, we'll see the final part or the final finale part, you know, in 2031 or whatever. They were just making jokes. But oh, speaking of Jinx, we got the regular reverse holo Jinx and the Fion. Sea Feast, really great for pulling on basic Pokemon. So kind of like, what's it called? Sobble. But Sobble's rotating out soon, and Sobble has that amazing Drizzile and Inteleon line. Super flexible line, can go in a lot of decks, and I think a lot of people will be sad once it leaves, because it does give the chance to a lot of other decks to thrive, because then you can constantly search out trainer cards, or you can do quick shooting and build up damage that way too. But then Manaphy came out to protect the bench, so you know, there's always counters to counters to counters, and at the end of the day, you have to, you know, go to a tournament or whatever and be able to, you know, survive. Oh, that's a nice one. I love the colors in the background. That's really cool. We got the Sunkern and the Terrakion holo, which I think I've already pulled this one as well. So doing all right. One trainer gallery card so far. Can't really complain. But oh yeah, so I wanted to talk about my Target trip. So back when I was hardcore hunting for Pokemon cards, like I had all these Targets and Walmarts listed in my phone and GameStops, their locations, the times when I suspected they would get restocks, because that was when it was impossible to find Pokemon cards. So I didn't have enough time to just like camp out all day and go to all these shops like some people are able to do. But I wrote down when was the best time, and I should have just referred to my previous notes, because the best time is around Thursday, Friday. Maybe you can get away with early Saturday, but generally Thursday, Friday is when a lot of the stores restock around me. And so that's when I should have been going. And oh yeah, that Ho-Oh, this artwork is magnificent. And the eye just has enough shine right there, like, that is such a beautiful artwork for Ho-Oh. I really wish there was like a Ho-Oh alternate art. If this set also had a Ho-Oh alternate art, whoo-wee, this set would have been amazing. But, you know, still, when a V card looks that good, I know a lot of people hate on V cards, but some of them are quite nice. You have to admit that. Some of them are quite nice, and that Ho-Oh is one of them. So I think one of my chase cards was the Ho-Oh full art. But, so I finally went to Target on a Friday. Keep in mind, recently, the storms, it's been like stormy weather, like borderline tornado winds, a lot of rain, like a ridiculous amount of rain, to where it makes driving pretty difficult. And we went out in these gusty winds, went to Target on a Friday night, and they had product. Up front, they only had Charizard UPCs, which I have one yet that I still need to open that I, of course, overpaid for last year. And now they're like so plentiful. A lot of them are 120 or less. I've seen some go for like 80, 90 online. Oh, that Noibat is so cute. And the Hisuian Lilligant. But up front, they had Charizard UPCs, you know, some V battle decks and all that stuff. But in the back, I should have shown a photo, or I'll show a photo now. The back had some amazing Elite Trainer Box selection. They even had that Shining Fates Elite Trainer Box, which I was kind of tempted to get. But I was like, if I'm going to get anything right now, I'm going to be disappointed by Shining Fates, as fun as it is to open. If Crown Zenith didn't exist, I would have gotten that Shining Fates Elite Trainer Box. But Crown Zenith exists. I want to open more. Maybe I'll pull some more gold cards or something. Snorunt and the Regidrago V-Star. Yes, I play this card on my deck. I've used it so much. This Regidrago and I, we've grown so close. The Apex Dragon, not too difficult to power up with. And the Legacy Star, especially if you're using Arceus. I was using like Dragonite's Way, or, oh my gosh, who's the grass type gym leader? Gardenia's Vigor to get like 2 grass energy, and then you can just reattach that fire energy. But the best, I was trying to avoid it because Arceus is so common, but the Arceus energy acceleration, like if I started a game with the Arceus V and a double turbo, I guess, because double colorless, whichever one is like 2 colorless that reduces your attack by 30, that it is very hard to stop me when I get that set up in that card. And then the Legacy Star, I don't really use Legacy Star too much, but it's nice to have the option between Legacy Star or the one that Lugia has. It's, shoot, I cannot remember the Lugia, or not Lugia, Arceus V-Star has. It's the one where you can search your deck for any 2 cards, which I think is one of the best V-Star powers. But that one is you discard 7, and you can pick any 2 cards from your discard pile. So if it's later in the game, Legacy Star can be very useful, but if it's the beginning of the game, the Arceus version of that, I think, is much better. Because then if you have a slow start, you can immediately get the 2 cards that you need, whether it's like Choice Belt, Switch, whatever you need, and it's super helpful. But Regidrago V-Stars, Legacy Star is good for just getting cards in the discard pile, regenerative energy, and the Zygarde. But that one's good because it can only use attacks of Dragon Pokemon in its discard pile, which is kind of nice. So that's why I've kind of added more and more tech with a bunch of different Dragon V cards and stuff like that. I used to have a bunch of like the Appleton and the Flapple and the Dragonite and all that stuff, but the V cards are just so much better if you can use them for the same attack every time, or the same amount of energy every time. Oh, Archon, my arch enemy with the Pokemon battles. Let's see if we get anything else good. Swirlix, Marini. Okay, Marini, I see you. We have the Esper. Wait a second. You guys see that trim? I'm really scared again. This is a freaking rainbow. Man, I always get the best in the first half of the box. And the V-Garden. Gold. Whoa, that is deluxe. That is deluxe. This is like one of the few special energies Lugia is going to have after rotation. And it's actually pretty solid. You can't stack it, so you can use multiple on a Pokemon, but it's only going to provide that defense one time, which is 30 less damage from Pokemon V. But as Pokemon V slowly move out, you know, Pokemon EX will start taking over. That is a gorgeous energy card. Centering slightly off, but it might be just good enough to get that 10. I'm not going to get it graded because it's just a gold energy card, but that is really cool to add to the collection. I hope this opening has more to offer. Sorry, that pack was a little bit stubborn. But yeah, Target, great time, and I got those sleeves, so that's something as well. And also, we had kind of one of the harder discussions. They need to be had, though, between Mystery and I. Last month, I knew there was going to be a lot of cash flow, so I did spend a little bit a little more money than I usually do on Pokemon product. So we had the discussion like, hey, oh, this is my favorite artist, Chimecho. I think it's Chimecho because it like mimics chimes, but or the things that you can like put outside, and then when it's windy, it's like ding 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 ding. I don't know, that's what I imagine. And the Mawile V. Oh. This is a Trainer Gallery card, hey, with bead. This is beautiful. And Medicham, oh my gosh, Kusube, top 3 artist. Dang, Medicham kind of saucy right there. Is the finger like kind of stuck to the thigh? No, that's the foot. I'm sorry, that's the foot. Okay, if you have exactly 4 cards in your hand, this Pokemon's attack costs 3 less. Oh, and it can do 170 to a VMAX. That's kind of cool. But this, wow. This is really nice. I hope I get at least one more of these higher rarity Trainer Gallery cards. These are always so beautiful. So beautiful. My goodness. Wow. Not good. Or pretty good. I really hope it's not the case where the first half is amazing and then the second half is just all duds. But yeah, so we had the hard discussion and basically created a fine line of what the Pokemon card budget will be each month, which I feel like it was needed. I was just kind of putting it off because obviously I love adding to my collection. Oh man, Ninetales even with the gorgeous artwork. Hypnotic Gaze, that is very appropriate for that card with Ninetales looking right at you. This is a useful item card. So we had the discussion. I now have my limit each month. And I mean, it sucks to be limited, but also, you know, we plan on doing a lot of transitions and moving, finding new work and all that stuff. So I think it's the safest bet. And I'm glad we had that conversation. So, oh yes. It's one of my chase cards. Let's go. The Ho-Oh full art. Whoa. That is so beautiful. You can almost, are these like print lines? I feel like they are, but that is, whew, so gorgeous. My goodness. Oh man, I can just admire that all day. Take a look at the back. Not bad at all. Whew. That is some heat. Ho-Oh, chill with that. I always find it interesting how they determine whether or not it's going to be a colorless or a fire type or whatever the type may be. But that is nice. Very nice. Whew. Okay. Full art, one of the rare trainer galleries, and a gold. Yeah, this is really hurting the chances for that second half, but maybe this is just one of those amazing Silver Tempest boxes. I'm pretty sure this is from the initial print run. So there's always hope there. Do you guys think that the initial print runs have better pull rates? I feel like they do, especially for the special sets. Once again, it's all speculation. This Whale Lord has seen some play. It's not bad. So yeah, budget every month. It is smart with your money to have budgets. You shouldn't be able to just spend willy-nilly. I do have a decent internal calculator. Like, we were never in trouble money-wise, but also just looking forward, it would just be nice to have that money towards other things like savings or down payments or whatever. So she was definitely in the right. Of course, you know, anytime there's change, there's gonna be a little bit of resistance because not everybody likes change. I love change, but when you're used to something for so long, sometimes it can be abrupt and you're like, hey, wait a second, let's talk through this. We were able to talk through it and now we are good to go, which is very exciting. So there's that. And speaking of which, one of the main reasons why I spent so much is I knew we were gonna have a lot of cash flows in February because tax returns and all that stuff. So that was another thing, doing taxes. And next year might be the first year that we pay somebody to do our taxes, because with our new jobs and everything, like the taxes, I feel like they're just gonna start getting more and more complicated. I mean, they're already getting kind of complicated. So yeah, I know that's like one of the things they don't really teach in school. I mean, you can go to people and, you know, some places will even do your taxes for free depending on where you go, but yeah. Because I was so used to doing my taxes for so long, but it was simple. It was just me, you know, then mystery I added in the picture, and it just, and then multiple jobs, and then moving. It just becomes more and more complicated. We got the Rotom, very nice artwork, and the Skunk, not Skunk, just Skuntank. Pursuit Blast, this attack does 30 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. If that Pokemon retreated from the active spot during your opponent's last turn, this attack does 120 damage instead. Ooh. And then the Shrieking Poison. All right. I think some people have the Skunk Takes in those poison decks. I think I've seen a few of those. Dang, we've gotten so many pulls in this freaking part. My goodness. I want more pulls, but at the same time, I wouldn't mind if it chilled for a little bit, because this is a little ridiculous. But you know what? The more pulls, the merrier. I feel like my luck has been on point recently. Not sure why, but it has just been so good. Oh, Serena. Yes, this is such a good card. And I learned quickly that that was the second most expensive card in the set, not the Lugia Gold Star, or the Lugia V-Star Secret Rare, the gold one. Lugia Gold Star would be kind of cool if that was a card. Hypno and the Hisuian Braviary. Got no energy requirement for 3 damage counters. That's kind of cool. Let's see what else. So also, I think this is, I have 2 more packs. Also, Metroid Prime Remastered came out. I did play the original, well, not original, but the Metroid Prime that came out on the GameCube, and it was a great game. Before like guides and all that stuff existed, I was completely lost. I had no idea where to go, what to do. I was just like scanning and killing everything, shooting pretty much every spot in a wall that looked like it was something. Because I wasn't really used. I was used to Zelda and Mario type puzzles, but the Metroid puzzles were just like beyond me. And then when I finally looked up a guide and everything, I was like, oh, this isn't that bad. And then I finally beat it. Oh, Radiant Serena, the second Radiant Serena that I've pulled. Very beautiful with that elegant heal. I've seen a lot of people do some really cool stuff with this. The decks that you can move damage counters around and everything. Really neat, because then you can spread out 100 damage to like, or 120 damage to all your Pokemon, and then heal 20 damage, and then that 120 damage just goes away, which is pretty cool. And the Articuno by my favorite artist. Very nice. So I think hopefully the next half will have 1 Radiant, so at least there's something in the other half. But overall, this half has been very good to us for sure. And let's see if we get some last pack dud, because last pack magic will just set me up for failure in the next part. Or once again, this might just be one of those amazing boxes. Can't believe I got that Ho-Oh full art. It's just amazing. And we got the whole, if we get the final evolution of Breaks In and Fennekin, that'd be pretty cool. Got Venonat Reverse and the Virizion. I don't have this Virizion. All right. Well, that concludes this first part. I'm going to clean up these cards and then show them the second part and film the second part shortly after. I think the second part should be coming out tomorrow. But if you want to wait till that and go to the end and see all my pulls, you can do that as well. But I want to thank y'all so much for watching. Let me know. Actually, let me organize these really quick. All right, so in this first part, a lot of heat. We got 2 Vs, a Radiant card, so hopefully 1 more. Got only 2 training galleries, 1 lower rarity, 1 higher rarity, so hopefully we get, you know, a couple more of these and maybe 1 more of these in the next half. Got the V-Star and the full art, so maybe another V-Star, maybe another V-Max in the second half. Full art, and then the secret rare V-Guard Energy, so maybe no more secret rares, but maybe there's a chance for an alternate art. I have no idea. Thank y'all so much again for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.